try to prostitute you, then suddenly what you're birthing out only helps them and not yourself. So now you dry and you hungry because you birth deliverance for somebody else, but when it comes time for you, you tired. Something is wrong with that. That I'm up here laboring at the altar for somebody else, but I ain't got no strength. Come on. Because even though I'm somebody's intercessor, it is the responsibility of that person that when they get full, they replenish. So your cup overflows, so you think you're supposed to just go waste the money.
All right now.
You think because your cup overflow, you're supposed to just go waste the abundance. Your cup is overflowing so you can pour back into the pitcher.
Oh, come on, buddy. Now, come on now, come on.
I'm going to tell you something. The Spirit of the Lord said to me that He was going to move people out of the way for this city. Because people are going to have to make way for you all. Because, yes, God. Because what He's doing in this season cannot be done with the guards that are guarding the city. It's too many sleep portal keepers. So there's too much stuff that's able to just come in because somebody ain't on guard. Somebody's not effectively on their post. Somebody's asleep. There's something that comes to distract them. And when they get distracted, then suddenly things begin to come into the house of God. And when those things begin to come in, they begin to molest the children. Now let me tell you something about the order of the word. In the beginning, God made Adam, and He made mankind after His own image. And now, one thing you must know, by this time, Satan had already fallen. Lucifer became Satan. Now, what I have learned is that Lucifer's name meant a seraphim that covers.
All right.
Right? He covers. That means that he was in the presence of God all the time, protecting that spirit, protecting and covering the presence of God. He was a worshiper. That's what he was doing. And so that means that when he failed, that position was left open.
All right.
This is so good. So that position was left open. And God began to minister to my spirit. He said that because that position was left open, there were unsanctified people that began to get into those positions. And they tried to fulfill them. But instead, because they weren't chosen for that, they began to abuse the children instead of let God use them. And so now they will either rape, they will either molest, they will either prostitute or abuse them because they don't understand the purpose of them being in the house of God. And so now all of a sudden they're capping instead of covering. Because I don't want to release you, because if you go before me, you're going to take my place. And that's dangerous. Because suddenly now there's a fight because I don't want to come against my covering. But my covering don't understand who I am. Because my covering was never destined by God to be a covering. It was never destined for that person to be a bishop or a pastor or an apostle as they self-proclaim. It was destined for them to be in the incubator until God called them by their name. And so now suddenly all these people are in the house of God trying to prostitute the word. And when they prostitute the word, then they abuse it to make you do what they want you to do. Why are you in that position? God did not call you to that. And they try to abuse that position, abuse the position of the pulpit to make you do what is convenient for them. So now I want somebody to drive me around. Drive yourself. I'm off duty today because I serve God. driven around. You pay somebody to do that. And they said, well, I'm your apostle and you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. But not only are you abusing what's in me, but you ain't even trying to fill me up so I can reproduce. So when I get fed, it's not in the house. That means that when I really get fed, when it really comes time for me to birth, I know I'm going to have to go home to get fed. Because if I come in here, I'm coming in here to serve.
Right.
And it's okay to serve. But whenever you serve so much that you can't get the word, something is wrong. I can wipe my own forehead.
Yes, I can. Come on.
Everything don't need to be done right now. The Spirit of God is dealing with me. How dare you interrupt what God is doing just because you need something that you can do yourself? I don't need anybody calling on the sons of God for a personal problem that you were too lazy to sanctify yourself for. That now, because you didn't get the oil for your lamp and it's dark outside, you trying to borrow oil from me. You ain't put no deposit in this oil. God did not tell me I have to give you my oil, so I'm not obligated to give you anything. It's by the grace of God that I don't curse you out now. Because the power of God is in you. If I say drop dead, well, guess what, baby? You might just drop dead. Because I see things. Come on, somebody. I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about anybody whose eyes are open. I see things at the root. And they want you to shut up.
Come on now.
He said, and so suddenly there are people that are in the house of God, a generation that is heavy. They have a weight on them. But they can't seem to do what they feel is calling on them because they're preoccupied with other things that is distracting them and sucking their strength. Now suddenly I can't push because I'm distracted.
Come on.
He was in the Holy Ghost. Minister Miller was in the Holy Ghost when he said that this is the season to push. So what is distracting you from pushing? Something is in the way. Suddenly, now something is trying to get you to pay attention to it instead of what's inside of you. And now it's beginning to be stale. And your rivers of living water are not flowing because you're not putting a demand on it.